On this episode, I'm going to be unboxing Batman Returns from Mondo. It's the 30th anniversary. Let's cue the music. Welcome to the show, and before I get into Batman Returns, I want to talk a little bit about Batman. Now, Batman is one of the first score albums I ever got, specifically for the score. When I was a kid, my mom gave me the tape of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and in 1988, I acquired my sister's Beetlejuice CD when she was done listening to the Harry Belafonte songs. So I was a big fan of Danny Elfman at the time, and was blown away when I was 12 years old, going to see Batman in the theater for the first time, and that music over that opening that we all were like, is this an alleyway? What is this? What is this camera flying through? And it turns out it's the bat symbol, and that was like huge, because the marketing up until that point was all about that Batman logo on every single poster, on every single box of cereal. It was everywhere, and then they had the movie open with that. But I remember recognizing Danny Elfman's name and being very, very excited. So excited that I wanted the soundtrack to Batman. So I remember me and my dad, we went to Warehouse, which was a music store back in the 80s over in Downey, California at the Stonewood Mall, and I wanted to get Batman. So I remember it being sort of late at night. It was one of those things where I was like, I really want a CD, I really want Batman, and it's like, all right, let's go. We'll make a trip. It was well after dinner. It was probably close to bedtime. Anyway, we went. And we went looking in the soundtrack section. I'm thumbing through, and I see Batman, and there it is, the big yellow symbol that we've been seeing on all the marketing in the movie. And I look at it, and I pick it up, and I'm like, okay, I got Batman. But there was a different Batman behind it, another Batman. And that one I had to ask my dad about. Well, which one do I get? Which is the movie? Which is the music that I want? Which CD? And he explained to me what the soundtrack was, is Prince songs amongst other things. And then there was the score album, and the score album had a cooler cover. And so what ended up happening when I started going into getting into vinyl a couple of years ago, I noticed that Mondo's Batman 89 score on vinyl was sold out. It was sold out on the site. Makes sense. It's a classic. And the problem was the secondary market was a whole lot of money. And so I was like, well, I really want to just listen to the Batman score. And so I found this on Warner Music or Warner Records, and it had, let's do it over here. It had this cover, which is the original score album cover that we saw in 1989, the one that I got at Warehouse when I was a kid. And I was like, well, shit, like, this is the Batman to get, because it took me back to that specific place. The coolest image. This is the coolest image that you can pull from the movie. The Batwing flying against the moon, and the back is just Batman with the track list. So I was super excited to get this. And I was like, I don't need to get the crazy Mondo one. I just want to listen to the music. And then I found out that they released Batman Returns also. Didn't get that one either. It was sold out. Luckily, Mondo has re-released it, the 30th anniversary Batman Returns soundtrack by Danny Elfman, and I'm going to open it up. I love Danny Elfman, and Batman's probably the one that like sealed the deal. Like, I liked Beetlejuice a lot, and I really liked Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but when it came to becoming a diehard Danny Elfman fan, Batman was the one. Like, I just love Batman, and I really like the score to Batman Returns. It's almost a toss-up for me which one I like more, because of the addition of not only do you not have the Prince songs in the score, but you have the inclusion of Danny DeVito's Penguin and Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman theme, which I absolutely love. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a 2-disc, and it is a complete score, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm so glad they reissued this, because I was just content with not having it, because I really don't care for the secondary market. It's a little too crazy for me. I don't, I've been doing this only for a couple of years, and I don't need to get that deep into it. I just want to listen to some albums and talk about them. So what we have here, this is the first time from Mondo where I'm just getting a plain cardboard mailer. There's no artwork on it. Recently on my channel, I think it was for the Mothra, the Waxworks unboxing, viewer Dan Heron was saying that he never gets this sort of screen printed mailers. And so I was like, that's weird. And then he was like, oh, you must be extra special. I'm like, I don't think I'm extra special, but I always just get them. I thought that was the default, but here we are with Mondo with just a plain cardboard mailer. So I don't know. I'm going to have to try to figure out and go back and look at my previous unboxings to see what gets a fancy mailer, quote unquote fancy mailer, and what gets the regular cardboard. So I'm going to pull this out. This is the 30th anniversary. They just re-released this a couple weeks ago, and I'm so glad they did because it's so much more affordable than the secondary market. So I'll just take it out here. Whoop. And there it is. Batman Returns. Look at this artwork. This artwork is amazing. It's got the cat right there and the penguin in the background on the bridge. Wow, this is great. So yeah, this is from Mondo, and this was Mondo Spine number 100, which is pretty fantastic. Killian Eng did the art, and this is composed by Danny Elfman. It's conducted by Jonathan Sheffer, who I believe did the score for Pure Luck, which Danny Elfman did the themes for. So here we are here. Yeah, this is great. This is pretty great art. I'm very familiar with this because I've always gone to the secondary market and have I don't know why I threw away my knife. And have looked over this artwork a number of times. Because I'm like, is it cheap enough to get yet? Is it cheap enough? Are people? No, people aren't selling it for cheap. And I still kind of want to get the Mondo Batman score, the 89 score. A, because it's awesome and I love it. And B, because I think it might be have more tracks than the one I have from Warner Records. So this is a re-release, which is fine, but that means it comes with the old style Obi strip, the one that clings to the side instead of wraps around. So I have a lot of loose ones of these hanging out. So here's the information. Okay, I'm going to do this again for all you Discog viewers. If you want to add this to your want list, there's the barcode. Oh, come on. There you go. There should be a frame in there. You should be able to get that in there. Also available on Mondo, the Batman, which is coming soon. I know I put it out on my Twitter feed that if I get 1,000 viewers or 1,000 subscribers on my channel before that record, the Batman, shows up on my doorstep, I will give it to one of my followers instead of doing an unboxing. But where we are now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to keep that score, which is great because I like it a lot. Wonder Woman 84 and Superman the movie also available from Mondo. It says the coming soon is Doom Patrol, and that'll be available online at mondotees.com and all good record stores. So look for Doom Patrol. I know that they had Doom Patrol as a Comic-Con exclusive, and now it's back here. Let's get a better look at this artwork now that I have the plastic off. Just amazing art. Just amazing. The back art is perfect for Batman. It's just Catwoman looking up at the bat signal, which is the final shot of the film. There's all your music tracks, all the info you need. Let's take a look at the gatefold. The gatefold I really, really like. Let's pop this open for you guys. And it's the sewers for the birth of the penguin. Like these cool circles. And the penguin is right there. Really great. Really nice. Yeah. Batman Returns is great. When I was a kid, I don't think I liked it as much as Batman, but I definitely had an appreciation for it. We got some liner notes here. All the information you need to know, as well as the Max Shrek cat artwork. That's pretty nice. All right, let's get into these records because I'm really interested. There's like a purple and a blue, I believe. Yes. So here's disc 1, and it is a blue vinyl with sort of a marble effect, and this is side A. Take a look at that. Nice and simple label with the Batman Returns logo on it. Very nice. I really liked marbled records. I think they look really slick. Let's take a look at the second one, which I believe is purple. And here we go. Get out of there. Yeah, it's like a purple pink. It also has the Batman Returns logo on it. I'm not sure when this came out, but yeah, look at this purple. Hold it upright for you there. Batman Returns. More of a Joker color. Maybe a penguin color, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But it's a really nice marbling. Nice and swirled on both sides. Very, very light translucent. You can barely see my hands through the back. But it is translucent. And I gotta say, I can't wait to listen to this. It's one of my favorite Danny Elfman scores. Yeah, that's it. Batman Returns. And I gotta say, the artwork's great. So if you don't have it, if you don't want to get it on the secondary market, hopefully Mondo still has it on their site and you could grab your own, because this is a score that definitely is worth a listen. And one of these days I'll get that Batman 89 Mondo. If you're going to re-release it, I'll buy it from you. I promise. Until then, I'm good listening to my classic version from Warner Records, and I'm very much happy to listen to Batman Returns on vinyl through Mondo. Thank you guys. I'll catch you on the flip side.